Tell me the story behind this picture of you and Getter. I'll put it like on the screen for you guys.
Oh my god. That? Oh my god. I was working at this like wood shop and I would make a lot of tables. I also just kind of love the way people are able to show emotion and like just kind of the weirdness and like actions through animation. Work towards a solution that doesn't involve drugs, in my opinion. Drugs or whatever. Like, you might be self-medicating and that's obviously not great.
Hi, this is Lauren Engel of Sidewalk Talk. Today I'm here with SNEEK.
Hey, what's good?
So you were born in San Jose?
Yeah, I was born in San Jose and grew up in the Bay, actually.
Are your parents from there?
No, actually, my dad is from New Jersey and my mom is from Ohio.
Oh, so he moved for Hitachi?
Yeah.
Or was he, that was his job? Or?
Yeah, he had that job and actually, yeah, he's still at Hitachi pretty much in San Jose, so.
And he has a book, right?
Yeah, he actually wrote a book too. I'm sorry, I'm just surprised you know all this. It kind of took me off guard. Yeah, no, he wrote a book and it's like kind of just like it's really, really specific, but it's in his field in engineering.
Do you know what it's called?
No, I forgot the name. It's really long. But it's used as like a textbook, pretty much.
Yeah.
In some college courses.
So he's more into like computers, engineering, that type?
Yeah. So he works on disk drives in Hitachi. It's like very specific thing, I guess. But yeah.
Did he ever try to teach you that stuff?
I mean, I tried reading that book, but it's so dry that I like. I mean, he doesn't feel bad about it. I don't think. I told him. I was like, I couldn't read it. Yeah, it's okay. Like, I know, but no, not really. He's kind of just always like, you know, do your own thing. Like, it's what you like, which is dope because it helped with me breaking the I'm gonna do music thing to my parents a little bit.
And your mom, she teaches music or?
Yeah, she's actually a music teacher. She teaches like children's choir and like private voice lessons as well.
And was she kind of the one who got you more into music?
No, both my parents are actually like avid music lovers.
Oh, wow.
They're like super into it. My dad has the biggest record collection I've ever seen. But yeah, at a certain age, like both me and my brother were like kind of, I wouldn't say forced, but told to choose an instrument and start learning it and take lessons.
Yeah, you chose guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of wish I chose piano, but I also do love playing the guitar too.
What kind of music were your parents playing the house when you were growing up?
A lot of classical music, like operas, and my dad was into a lot of random stuff too, but he's pretty open-minded as far as music goes. But my mom loves classical music, and that's mainly what she teaches too.
Yeah. And when you first found music yourself, it was more of like the harder sound, right?
Yeah, I think, honestly, when I was a little kid, I think I found like the Back to the Future soundtrack.
Oh, I actually haven't really listened to that.
The Ghostbusters soundtrack were two of the first things I was really like, yo, these are sick. I was like, music can be cool. It's not just classical music, which I was kind of accustomed to at the time, you know. But yeah.
How do you describe yourself back then growing up?
Hello.
You too. I guess really, really shy and quiet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was terribly shy.
Tell me the story behind this picture of you and Getter. I'll put it like on the screen for you guys.
Oh my god. That? Oh my god. I mean, it's kind of uneventful. It's just like we were out on a lake with his parents and just like wakeboarding and shit like that. So.
You met in class, right? Was it like Spanish class or what was it?
Yeah. Damn, you know all the specifics. Yeah, I met him in Spanish class because a guy we both knew, Booth. I just got like a Canadian accent there for a second. A guy we both knew at the time was like doing this pig squeal thing at the back of the classroom. We all kind of just like, what the fuck is that? And we went back. afterwards, I kind of like went up to him and was like, "You listen to metal? Like, I listen to that shit too." And we all just started talking after that.
How about this picture?
That's embarrassing. I look like my bones are just like falling in the weirdest configuration possible. But that actually, in that picture, you can see Oliver Tree too.
No, really?
That guy, yeah.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure he's in it.
Zoom it out.
That was our friend's birthday party in Santa Cruz. Like we've all known each other for super long.
Yeah. Damn.
And it was just like a little DJ set in the woods in Santa Cruz for
that
somebody's
sounds so
birthday.
Cool.
Yeah, we were a little degenerates. We had fun.
Did you like school?
No, I hated school. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. Mostly it was getting up early that I think fucked it up for me.
Oh.
Because I didn't sleep well at night, so I'd wake up just like so tired every day, and I had tons of trouble actually paying attention and doing anything school related when I was that sleep deprived. So yeah, school should start at 10 a.m. probably.
But you weren't. But you weren't really in any bands, right?
No. Besides, when I met Tanner, we started doing like duo work, and that was fun. But we didn't really know what we were doing at the time either.
Yeah.
But yeah, we tried a little bit, but I don't think anyone was like as dedicated as us to music, you know? Like nobody really wanted to practice like we did. And that's kind of what drove us to producing too, because you can just do it all yourself.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
What did you do in your free time then?
My free time was always taken up by music, so it's kind of weird now when someone asks me that, because it's like also partially my job, you know?
Yeah.
I guess I play video games sometimes. I do that, but...
So your parents didn't push you to study?
Yeah, no, they totally did.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider that a free time activity, but...
That's true. I guess like anytime after school. Oops.
Yeah. No, I did. I would ignore it a lot, but, you know, I feel like every kid does.
And you started getting more into electronic music through like Bloody Beetroot's Warp, right?
Yeah, that was one of them. You know all of it. Did you watch another interview or something?
Yeah.
Like, get all my facts? Yeah. You've done your research. Yeah, that was one of the first things I heard. Definitely. That was one of the first sounds I heard where I was like, whoa, this is sick. Like, not just some, like, not talking shit, but all I had heard before that was, like, Headhunters and stuff like that, and I wasn't exactly into that.
You were more into the metal stuff, and then how old were you when you started listening to more, like, electronic?
Maybe 15. I was 15 years old. That was like 10 years ago. Yeah. And it didn't take long for me to get a program, but yeah, probably that year I got Reason Propellerhead and started making music through that.
And then were you just teaching yourself from like YouTube tutorials?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like me and Tanner were both kind of learning as we went, like showing each other new things to do and whatever. And yeah, YouTube was pretty helpful back in the day, just for technique. No one really had it down back then, you know? Like, you'd watch a YouTube tutorial and be like, that sound sucks. That sounds awful, but I'm gonna learn how to use this.
Yeah.
Through that.
And then you were making dubstep under, how do you say it, Slosh?
Yeah, that was it. Slosh, dude. Those were the days.
And were you already getting fans from then? Like, were people finding your Slosh stuff?
For like dubstep, I think I was doing all right, sorta. But yeah, I was getting decent plays at one point.
Were you playing in like San Jose back then, like DJing?
Somewhat. I played like small renegade type stuff, and I played a couple bars and like smaller, very small shows. But like nothing really big. Some weekly events too. I used to play Womp. If anyone remembers that shit.
And then you went to community college to do music?
I went to community college just to like get an AA, and then I transferred out.
Oh.
And I went to another school to do music, and that was like supposed to be production based, but it turned out it was kind of leaning more towards like engineering, I think. And like I knew a decent amount already, so like the first classes that you have to take are kind of just, I don't know, reruns for me, so it was a little boring, but yeah, I think I dropped out before I even got to any of the stuff that I actually wanted to know, which was a little frustrating.
So you kind of knew, like, since you were young that you were going to have a career in music?
No, actually, I had, like, no idea, to be honest. I kind of put that out of my mind, like, I couldn't do that, you know? It wasn't, like, a good idea. Like, I'd probably end up homeless or something, but...
What other alternatives were you thinking then?
Honestly, I did not know. I think music kind of saved me, in a way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't have another plan. I don't really like a whole lot of other stuff, so.
Was going to college something that your parents, like, really wanted you to do? Like, would you have gone, like, if it wasn't for them?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what drove me to do it, because I didn't really want to disappoint them in the first place. Like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't just sit around doing music, like, for fun. That's what I was doing before, too. I spend, like, 90% of my time, like, just producing, so it's kind of weird because you're working towards something and you're not gonna get anything out of it, but if you enjoy it, who cares, right?
Yeah. And then it was like you were still in college when, like, Getter started doing Vines and you were appearing in some of them, or when was it?
Yeah, I was still in college during that, I think. Yeah. I dropped out, like, 2015, I believe. Like, in the fall of 2015.
What was the turning point for that?
I just realized I was super unhappy in class one day, and I was like, fuck this. I was taking, like, calculus, I think. I was like, why am I taking calculus? Like, I don't want to learn calculus.
Where was your music career at that point?
Pretty much non-existent, because I had just kind of started hating the idea of dubstep and not wanting to do it anymore, and I stopped posting stuff to my Slosh page. I mean, even before that, I wasn't, like, doing it, like, for that. I just liked putting my music out and seeing a reaction, you know? So it was... Slosh was kind of just for fun.
Did you not think of just, like, keeping with Slosh and just rebranding? Like, you just had to come up with, like, another name and everything?
I mean, I didn't have to, but I figured it wouldn't go over so well. Just making, like, I don't know. I mean, at the time when I switched, I just started making, like, weird trap hybrid shit and, like, bass house like everyone else, but I made a couple of those songs and I was kind of, like, not down with that either. Kind of switched over to something else immediately afterwards.
And what's the inspiration behind your name?
Nothing, honestly. It's just a word I felt like I made up. And I kind of like that. It's like my own fucking word. Yeah. I guess.
And then...
Which I found out it's actually a town in the Netherlands.
Really?
Facebook wouldn't let me have the name.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's super random, but, like, yeah. Everyone from SNEEK is cool, I guess. And
then, so you dropped out recently in San Jose? Or
yeah, it was in, like, the school was in Sunnyvale.
Oh,
which
okay.
is just, it's, like, kind of still inside of San Jose.
Yeah. And then, like, did you have a job? Or, like, what were you doing?
Yeah, so, I was working at this, like, wood shop, and I would make, a lot of tables and a little bit of metal work, but I never really did the welding or anything like that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I learned, like, a lot of skills that I wouldn't have otherwise. Like, I could build something now. I could build you a table. One day I'm going to live in the mountains and just have my own wood shop and build.
Oh, that sounds sweet.
Build whatever I want all the time. Some Ron Swanson shit.
And then in your free time, you were just still putting out music?
Yeah, so I was just, like, doing that and music at the same time. And trying to find a sound that whole time.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a lot of like random shit. Like every single song I made sounded like it could have been produced by a different person. So it was like nothing cohesive, but through that I found something I really liked. So
Did you have like management back then?
no, I almost started working with a guy, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I kind of just went solo for a while.
And then how long until you went on the tour with Getter?
That was like a year after that, actually.
Oh.
So it was like I dropped out in 2015 fall, and then I went on tour the next year in fall, 2016.
So you quit your the wood job to do it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was saving up money, and then I just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Started doing that.
Were you like afraid though, like not having like a usual source of income?
Oh yeah, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, or if I'm gonna be able to do it, but it's been working out all right so far.
And then was it right after the Getter tour that you moved here?
Yeah, so we set up moving into a place just before, and they kind of moved in, and I came over afterwards and drove all my shit here.
Yeah. Was it easy transition?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was already doing my thing. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's my first time really moving out. Like, I never went to the dorms in college or anything, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little late, but whatevs, you know?
And what would you say was like the first kind of like momentum where you started having like management and everything? Like, was this like a specific release or?
No, I just started showing my tracks to people finally. Dude, I have this problem where I'll make like a lot of music and then not show anyone ever. Like,
Are you like insecure or?
I'm a perfectionist. If there's one little thing wrong with something that I don't like, then it never comes out, you know? Like, I recently got everything off my old hard drive in San Jose, and there's 200 unreleased Slosh songs on there.
What?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Some of them are just ideas, but like there's a crazy amount. It's like, holy shit, like what was I doing? I should have just posted all of this. Like, why did I care?
Yeah. So what was the
But
turning point that you were just started just putting it out, showing people?
Yeah, so actually my friend is managed by the same guy that I am, Conrad. It's a teamwork, and he ended up just like getting my music from me and without telling me, just like showing it to his manager. And they were like, this is fucking tight, like what is he doing? And he hit me up right away.
Yeah.
It's been true love ever since.
Were you always putting out originals, or did you always balance like original and like remixes? He did like some like the Marshmello remix.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm kind of new into remixes, really.
Really?
Really did a lot of those.
What was the reason to go from like originals to remixes? I feel like normally it's the other way around.
I guess I don't know. It's just kind of like, they're kind of like opportunities to do something under a label and with another artist that you normally wouldn't have, you know? But it's also fun to just like work with a song that's already made.
Yeah, because before you didn't really have vocals, right?
No, yeah. I mean, I have little things, like a little robot voice.
Yeah.
But that's me. So it's kind of funny.
Would you ever try like singing on your tracks?
Yeah, I have tried actually. I sung on Simple Instructions, the shred release I had.
Yeah. Was it
last
easy for
year.
you?
Yeah, kind of. I didn't want to use auto-tune, so I just cut out a little piece of it, because I don't think I sound so great.
And then what's your inspiration behind your branding? I feel like it's really cohesive with like the art and you trying to create your own world.
I love animation, and I love like fantasy storylines and all that kind of weird sci-fi shit. That's like sci-fi, but not quite sci-fi. You know, like it's kind of realistic too. So I don't know. I've always been coming up with like ideas for that, and one day I just decided like I wanted to do that with the project and make stories cohesive with the music. And I mean, my whole idea is animation based, but you know, that won't come for a bit. So
who are your favorite like animators? or like directors, I guess?
Miyazaki is like a top, definitely a top animator. I mean, director. I guess he's a director.
Yeah.
But I think he draws some stuff too. I think he's like head of that as well. Their Studio Gilby is just fucking incredible. Like,
yeah.
The detail in their animation is just like insane. I also just kind of love the way people are able to show emotion and like just kind of the weirdness and like actions through animation. You know, because it's not real, but it looks real, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of got their own like vision plastered on it of like how people do things. You know?
Were you ever into
like
like
you're
anime?
seeing things through their eyes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Were you ever into anime?
Yeah, I'm into some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not like deep in it, but when I was a kid, I used to get Shonen Jump and read that. And got me into like random comics like One Piece, and I liked Naruto. Nataru. That was sick.
What's your favorite movie then?
My favorite movie?
top,
Actually, Princess Mononoke is probably my top favorite. And that's
Yeah.
I've got a little inspiration from that. In some of my storyline. Not gonna lie, but definitely from the main characters.
You've had since the beginning and still have like anxiety on stage, right?
I mean, yeah. I was like, I feel like I was born with anxiety. Definitely. It's just kind of been around since I was a kid. And like, I didn't really figure it out until later in life. After high school and shit, even though it totally makes sense that I had that all the way through high school and middle school and all that fun stuff. But yeah, it's still like performance anxiety is like something I deal with going on stage.
How do you deal with like anxiety as a whole, day to day?
I kind of just learned that like kind of just like technique kind of stuff, like how to calm yourself down and how to not worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about. Because it's weird, like in my head I worry about stuff and I go, that's not a big deal, like why am I worrying about it? And that kind of helps me like, I don't know, be more calm about some things.
Other than that, what advice do you have for people who are dealing with it?
I mean, you should definitely always talk to other people about it. Don't hold that shit in, because it'll eat you alive. And, you know, work towards a solution that doesn't involve drugs, in my opinion. Drugs or whatever. Like, you might be self-medicating, and that's obviously not great, but I also don't think that, like, unless you're having panic attacks all the time, I think you can find a way to manage your anxiety without going on, like, Klonopin every day or something like that. I think that's pretty harmful. I think it makes your anxiety worse over time.
How would you say you've grown as a person since you were younger?
Fair amount. I figured out how to be outgoing and not just, like, hold in every single thought that I have, which I think I said, like, probably, like, 5 words through the entirety of high school. So,
wow.
Fun times, but, I mean, that's an under-exaggeration for sure, but, yeah, I was really quiet. Just a lot more outgoing and friendly, and, I actually take things a lot more seriously now, which is something I'm proud of.
What was the turning point for that, or, like, advice for people who, like, want to come out of their shell?
I don't know, just, like, if you feel passionate about something, don't hold that in, like, go out and do it, like, get it done, you know? Like, make that jump, do something, take a risk. Like, if you're scared about doing something because a lot of people are gonna be watching you or some shit like that, like, don't worry about that, just do it. Like, if you fuck up, and then it doesn't matter and you can try again.
What would you say have been your biggest challenges so far in your life?
I'm gonna have to think about that for a second, not gonna lie. Definitely, like, getting over anxiety and, like, performing like that. It was a really, like, I don't know, it felt like it was, like, life or death situations. Like, I can't really explain it to someone who doesn't have really bad anxiety, but that's the way it feels like. when it's happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Getting over that and like doing something out of my comfort zone is extremely hard for me. But yeah, anxiety.
What does love mean to you?
Sorry, did you say love?
Yeah.
Shit. I guess it means, I don't know, if I had to get specific. Damn, you're asking the deep questions right now.
Yeah, it's that part of the interview now.
Love means like you love someone and everything they're about and everything they do, and like you would do anything for them, even if it means that like you're not involved. Selfless, like you would do selfless things for them.
Yeah.
You know.
Last question. What do you want to be remembered for?
I don't know. I have no idea. My whole thought on that is we're all gonna die and the earth is gonna explode someday and none of it matters, so. Sick.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Bye guys.
Peace.